Listen,
Joshua Van's the GOAT.
as we all know, over this past weekend, Joshua Van has pulled out of his title fight against Tatsuro Taira. He fights 4 times a year on average.
What's up, Chill Guys? Welcome back to the Chill Guys Show. Today we've got something a little unusual for you. You know, as usual, dude. Don't underestimate us. You know us, man.
Yeah, we got a rant today. We got a rant.
We've got a big quarrel.
Oh yeah, with, the MMA community.
Yeah,
a majority of it actually.
A lot of people right now. I'm seeing a lot of people saying stuff that I can't sit by.
Really grinds my gears.
I can't sit by and watch. People saying stupid, just casual takes.
Literally.
Like, Tyra's gonna kill Van.
Joshua Van is the worst champion, paper champion. Like, Twix say what? What are we talking about? Worst champion of all time?
What are we talking about, bro?
What do you mean?
Come on. John Jones.
John Jones.
I mean, I don't even really know where to start, dude. But
listen,
Joshua Van's the GOAT.
As we all know, over this past weekend, Joshua Van has pulled out of his title fight against Tatsuro Taira that was supposed to take down this Saturday in Miami on the Yuri Prohaska card. And listen, guys, I'm just going to say it right here. I think Joshua Van clearly wins that fight.
Slimes out.
It got rebooked to the Hamzat versus Strickland card, which the reason why he pulled out, I believe, was... Well, I think it was a hamstring injury, which, I mean, he's coming back in a month. I'm hoping that'll be enough time for him to be fine. Yeah, recover. I think
it's probably a minor injury, considering it's set back a month. It's probably a minor injury. He just tore it a little, and I mean, fighting a guy that's going to shoot a bunch of takedowns, you do not want to go into it with any sort of hamstring injury. So he's probably, I mean, he's not a dumb guy, bro. He's a high IQ fighter. Mm-hmm. He's a champ now. Like, it's not like he's, I
mean, it was low-key not the most ethical way to win the belt, I'm not gonna lie, but I picked Joshua Van to win the fight, so I'm just saying, I think a lot of you picked the wrong fight.
People are mad because he celebrated, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's he supposed to do, dude? He's the youngest champ. He's the only champ ever born in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. He actually did something. Like, yeah. This is a huge accomplishment. He's trained his whole life for this, bro. This is like the biggest moment.
I don't think he realized in the moment that Pantoja broke his arm. I really don't think he intentionally was like that. Even after the fight, he didn't know. Like, if you're in that moment, you're gonna be excited. I don't care who the fuck you are. Shut the fuck up if you're like, oh no, I would. What? What's so funny? Like, oh, I wouldn't celebrate at all. I would be mad. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not.
Yeah, bro. Like now people are like, oh, Aljamain had the right reaction. Like, shut up. You were mad at Aljamain then anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. He was upset and he was like mad that he won and he like cried.
MMA fans just can't
want to win it this way. Literally,
you cannot.
No matter what happens, you're gonna be mad.
Like,
why are you hating on the paper champ? I mean, the GOAT.
The GOAT. But anyways, I just think stylistically, Joshua Van has a clear edge in this fight. I mean, he has incredible takedown defense. His cardio is insane. He can go... I mean, he hasn't been in a 5-rounder yet, but I truly believe he can go in a fight. He's the Max Holloway at flyweight. He throws tons of strikes. He's got good power in his shots, too. And I don't think Tatsuro Taira is going to... If he cannot impose his grappling in the first 2 rounds, Joshua Van's going to slam him out by round 3. I don't really see what Tatsuro Taira...
Brandon Royval, Joshua Van, not a 5-rounder.
It was a 3-rounder.
That was a 3-rounder.
But they still threw it.
It was a banger.
Incredible pace for that fight.
I remember it being a 5-rounder. It was so good.
If it was a 5-rounder, I think Royval would have got knocked out by round 4.
Definitely, bro. That was a slugfest. That was one of the best fights of the entire year. People forget, man.
That was...
And Joshua Van, that was like, what, his 4th, 5th fight that year?
Yeah.
Like, bro was active. And he was not in the UFC like 2 years ago, bro. Yeah, 23. So
he's fought so many
years
times
now. But look at all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 fights in 3 years.
That's insane.
16 fights in 3 years.
Now Taira's
who is doing that?
Tatsuro Taira is pretty active too, but he's not on the same activity level as Joshua Van. And also, who went 5 rounds with Brandon Moreno and lost? Tatsuro Taira, bro. If I'm correct, let's look at the scorecards real quick. Tatsuro Taira only won maybe rounds 2 and 4 against him. So it was a 48-47. But still, Brandon Royval was able to piece him up on the feet. He was able to get a little bit of control time here and there. But, I mean... And y'all are talking about the Charles Johnson fight.
Bro,
Charles Johnson
getting slugged by Charles Johnson is the best base for MMA.
Bro,
we know that already.
He slimes out every single prospect. Okay?
Thank you, bro.
He slimed out Loner Kavanagh. Loner Kavanagh went on to beat Brandon Moreno. You know who Tatsuro Taira's last win is? Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is freaking washed because you're telling me Loner Kavanagh on 2 weeks' notice was able to school Brandon Moreno for 5 rounds?
Dude. Yeah,
guys, that was
a huge upset, bro.
You guys think this guy, Tatsuro Taira, dominated Brandon Moreno is going to do the same thing to Joshua Van? No, that's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Dude. Joshua Van is just such a high IQ striker, dude. He's in there to slug and like land points on
shots,
you, bro.
Right,
yeah, right. And he's a martial artist,
right.
Dude. And I always look forward to seeing him get in the cage. It's always going to be fireworks, but I don't think Tyra's going to have anything for him, dude. I don't think he's going to be as clean on the feet. I don't think he's going to be able to hang with him on the feet. He's going to shoot the takedowns, but Van is working that jiu-jitsu, dude. He's got good striking.
Tatsuro Taira has decent power. He's dropped a couple of his last opponents, but also he got dropped by Edgar Shiraz. So if everyone's talking about, oh, Joshua Van got knocked out by Charles Johnson, bro, Edgar Shiraz dropped Tatsuro Taira. So, like, what is that logic?
And
there?
Joshua Van beat him.
Also, Joshua Van.
That was Joshua Van's fight after.
Joshua Van was winning the Charles Johnson fight.
Yeah, he
clearly
was.
winning that fight. He literally got caught.
He got
caught. Tatsuro Taira got dominated against Brandon Moreno.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming. Yeah, man. I think it's just not fair to criticize Joshua Van saying he's the worst champion, he's the bummiest champion. Because literally, 12 months ago, everybody was saying that this guy was the most underrated fighter. It was before the Brandon Royval fight. Everybody said this guy's the most underrated fighter. He's sick to watch, crazy striker, always in there. He's super active, super fun to watch. And now he's one of the most hated fighters right now. I just don't see why.
It's crazy.
Y'all are gonna
he's a good guy, dude. He's a hardworking kid.
Christian
he's a
kid,
family man. He's Christian, dude. Like, there's nothing that I don't like about Joshua Van, dude. Like, he just seems like an overall good kid.
He's a good person.
And he's a kid, bro. Yeah. To see him winning like this in the UFC, like, it inspires
y'all
me,
should
bro.
be happy for him, but no, y'all just want to hate.
People just want to hate on him, dude. Because people just love to hate, man. Mm-hmm. But you're tripping, and Taira is going to get slumped out cold by Joshua Van.
The only fighters you're allowed to hate is Magomed Ankalaev, all right? That's all we're going to say. And maybe Islam. Ian Gary. But anyways,
I can't argue with any of those.
Yeah.
Islam.
Joshua Van.
I wouldn't say I hate Islam.
Now that if he would win the Pantoja fight, I really don't know. That's a tough fight for him, I think. But with Pantoja breaking his arm, him being 37?
Breaks his arm again.
I think so. I think he breaks his other arm.
Breaks his arm.
Or his
other
leg.
arm.
His leg.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I think the rematch.
No, Joshua Van is going to be the reigning. I think he's the next big thing. He's going to be
at flyweight. I think he'll run that.
He's the next DJ, dude. We all know it.
Unless I feel like Manel Kopp could do something. He's been looking crazy.
You're always saying this, and I hate it, man.
It's gonna happen, bro. I feel like he might be too fast for him. Or Loner Kavanagh would be it. That would do, guys. Tell me you would not go crazy over Loner Kavanagh versus Joshua Van for the belt. That might be one of the sickest title fights.
That's an awesome fight.
Even the Kopp fight. Manel Kopp for the belt would be fireworks.
Joshua Van is a fun champion.
Yes. There's so many good matchups we can get.
How many times does no shade on Pantoja? I'm a big Pantoja fan.
I love Pantoja.
How many times does he fight per year? 2? 3?
Yeah.
I don't even think he usually fights 3 times a year, 2 times a year. Joshua Van's fighting 4, 5, 6 times a year.
I guarantee you, if Joshua Van could get passed by the Athletic Commission, he would fight every single pay-per-view.
Literally.
I guarantee you, if he was not injured at all, he would do it. 100%.
He loves to get in there.
Dude, Merab, he's on like a bigger activity level than Merab, I think.
He is,
He will be pretty soon. I think he could fight maybe 4 or 5 times a year if he really tried.
Yeah.
He fights 4 times a year on average. I mean, He'll be back. He'll fight Kai France. What? By the end of the year, after he's cleared the division,
Yeah, he clears the division this year.
I guess let's go Kai France. We haven't fought before yet. I think he's going to do great things with the flyweight division. And here's the other thing: everyone has always complained about the flyweight division is so boring.
Right,
we finally have an exciting guy as champion. I personally like Pantoja, but in my opinion, Joshua Van is what brings eyes to the sport.
Dude, Pantoja, he's a good fighter, and I really respect the way that he is a great fighter.
Good dude.
I really respect the way that he was able to always control a fight. He could always get somebody down. He could always submit them. He could always not only win a fight, but finish a fight. Mm-hmm. He always was finishing fights.
Yeah.
And it was entertaining. You know, you go there to see a finish, and he gets the finish.
Absolutely.
But I'd rather see somebody get knocked out. No offense, dude, but Joshua Van is knocking people out.
Or he's just beating the shit out of them for 3 rounds,
bro.
bro. And like I said, we haven't seen him go 5 rounds. He's a fighter I can guarantee he can go 5 rounds.
I'm telling you, dude.
That might age bad. Maybe he gasses this time and the Tats are terrified. I really don't think Tyra's going to win this.
I don't either, man. I can't see it.
And it's just like I said, it's just pissing me off that everyone online is throwing shade at Joshua Van.
No reason for it, dude.
I think it's unwarranted, and I think it's very uncalled for. And I think Joshua Van's going to prove a lot of y'all wrong. And let me just say here, we the chill guys are endorsing Joshua Van. We're going to be there saying...
Without our questionable co-host.
Yeah, without our questionable co-host. We're going to be here this whole time rooting for Joshua Van, saying he's going to win.
Yep.
And y'all are going to be wrong.
Yes, sir.
You know,
in conclusion,
comes,
prayers up for Van.
Absolutely.
Keep the belt. And yes, still, sir. Baby. And
still.
Yep. And in other news, you know, shout out to Verdict for the new update.
The new update is fire.
Awesome update,
so
dude.
fire.
Everybody go check out Verdict.
Yep,
if you
awesome.
Don't like gambling or you do like gambling, Verdict is a good place to get all your stats and get in that like gambling thing without gambling.
Without
this is not a sponsorship.
We just love Verdict. Please sponsor us.
Verdict.
Please
sponsor us.
I've been with y'all since day one. I had my account since 2021.
This guy's a red belt, bro. Like, what is that, dude?
Improve it.
Absolutely.
Not a red belt, but I'm close. I'm on my close one, but still.
All right, fellas. All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Chill out.